What's up, guys? Unseen Protagonist here to give you the first place deck profile of the October 16th local tournament. I got my friend here, Brandon. He came, he even smacked me in the finals with, what'd you play, my friend?
Madolche.
Gotcha. Yeah, as I say, it's right there. It's a very rogue deck. I honestly kind of take the deck for granted, but it's a very fun deck. But how about we get right into it?
So first, we run 3 Angeli.
Okay.
What do you want for that?
So 3 Angeli. That is it's a combo starter. It tributes itself, summons one from the deck,
Gotcha.
gets
Okay.
it started. Then we have another combo starter, or at least an extender in some cases. Mageline, she, when normal summons, searches for another monster.
So is she kind of like the Silent Great Gazelle of the deck, in a way?
No, I would argue this is more the Gazelle as far as being the best starter.
Okay.
This is the most recent. One of the most recent cards that they printed for it.
Gotcha.
Being, like I said, probably the best starter, especially for going first. No monsters in graveyard, special summons from hand, and then special summons one from deck.
Gotcha. I did hear saying Madolche were kind of known for not having a lot of stuff in the graveyard, so I can see how that card's very convenient. And I think it's a somewhat new card too, isn't it?
Yes. A lot of the cards that have to deal with not having any monsters in graveyard, I really don't run. Most Madolche players don't run them because they're kind of bad.
Gotcha.
Other than her, and then the other card that is in the deck. So we have Hoot Cake. We have the Hoot Cake package, which is Hoot Cake and 2 missing bottom. I really want to do another Hoot Cake. I just need to order one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because the problem with having one is if I have him in hand, it kind of shuts down at least the Angeli combo with him.
Gotcha. So I do remember you saying like this that card actually was very helpful in our second game in finals. So. Gotcha.
So another extender. For if I ever have Messing Grotto in hand, so it's another kind of bit to the package.
Okay.
We have Mewfile.
Oh, okay.
He is normal summoned. He special summons one from hand.
Gotcha.
And this guy, when he special summons, searches for a spell attack.
I see. Okay.
So then we have the other Madolche that has an effect for no monsters in grave, but you really don't use her for that.
Gotcha.
You use her for the extra deck monster.
Use the extra attack.
Gains 800 attack and defense for if you don't have any monsters in graveyard.
Okay.
Kind of irrelevant.
If not,
Then we have Chevalier, who I just throw him in just because he's a big attacker for summoning when I'm just trying to finish games. He has the highest attack out of the main decks.
Kind of like the power pressure in a way, like you get that really briggy A hand.
These next, I'll save those next 2 monsters for the last of the monsters because it'll give away the thing that some people probably don't like in the deck. So we do have 3 Ash. That is the only hand trap I run in the deck.
Gotcha. So
Unless you count him.
I'd say we count.
And the thing that will give it away, we do run Dark Magician and Red Eyes.
So why?
Everybody knows why.
But I don't.
Yes, you do.
I'm just
You
kidding.
fell to it. So that is it for the monsters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, obviously everyone knows why the heck people run Darkness and Red Eyes.
If you don't, it is Dragoons.
Side note, guys, I am so happy that they gave like a character card, like a fusion character card, like just so much power in the game. Like it honestly pummeled me in our
The
match.
only reason it is busted is because of Verte. Let's be honest here. If Verte didn't exist, the Dragoons would not be running every deck.
I agree.
You could run it in every deck, it would just be infinitely worse.
Yeah, true. As I say.
So for spells, we run 2 of the field spell.
Okay, the Chateau.
Technically 3. I honestly could bump that up to 3 and the terraforming, but I like having just the 2 in the terraforming, just because it does kind of.
Or 1 terraforming and 2 Chateau.
Because it does help as an ash bait sometimes.
Gotcha.
no, I do.
And then for the rest of the Madolche spells, I do run 1 Salon, which actually this is the most recent support card.
Gotcha.
It allows me to get an extra normal summon off, and if a Madolche monster is shuffled into the deck by a card effect, while it is on the field once per turn, I can set a spell or trap directly from deck.
Okay.
Then we have Ticket.
All right.
This is another extension. As long as I control a Fairy Madolche, I can, whenever something is shuffled, a Madolche card is shuffled into the deck, I can special summon one straight from the deck.
Okay.
If I don't control a face-up Fairy Madolche, it just goes to my hand instead.
Gotcha.
So I do run 2 Dark Ruler, no more,
Ooh, I say that's card's nuts.
2 Twin Twister,
Gotcha.
a card I just pulled tonight. I had an Ultra Rare, now I have an Ulti.
Hey.
that off
Yeah,
a
he's.
little
That is an ulti super conversation right there, ladies and gentlemen. I say he pulled that. I would say he deserves that for winning this tournament tonight.
Then 1 Upstart.
Ooh,
So I guess here we'll move these down here since they are the 1-ofs.
certainly.
And we have the Red Eyes Fusion and the Called by the Grave.
So what's the Red Eyes fusion for?
Huh, I wonder.
It's for Dragoon, everyone.
And that is it for the spells.
Yeah, it looks very solid. Although I am wondering though, like, what made, like, I think you might have said right, but like, if you were to put in a third chateau, what would you cut it? What would you cut for it?
What would I cut? Probably the Super Poly.
That's fair.
Super Poly really hasn't done me much.
As I know you said, like, against me,
It
you
does
don't have
against
a
certain
lot
decks,
of
but not
options.
here. So under the traps, we do run 2 Promenade.
Ooh.
This is probably the best trap in the archetype.
So it bounces things and negates things.
Yep. You target one face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effects, and target one Madolche in your face-up field or graveyard. Return the target, and if you do, negate the card that you targeted. Madolche lesson. Actually, I would probably remove that for the Chateau instead of the Super
Why is that?
Poly. It's really not that great. I just have it in. It's just an extra target to set.
Gotcha.
You target Madolche in your grave, shuffle it into the deck, do all Madolche I control, gain 800 attack and defense, and then if that goes through, I can shuffle another monster from the graveyard into the deck.
I see.
So it does help with getting rid of things like Ash in the grave, because the second effect can get rid of the Ash out of the grave.
Absolutely, yeah.
So for the one of, I would have 3 of that if I had it. Red Reboot, because you can only have one. Solemn Warning.
Oh, ooh, it's a platinum rare.
And then we do have Platinum Rarity. Some may hate me for this. This is my favorite rarity.
Platinum rare is really cool, man, in my opinion. Of course,
I
like.
do have 2 Solemn Judgment, one of
Oh.
which is an ulti.
Hey.
Tomorrow, just because.
Of course, the Solemn Pack is good to go.
Okay. So
So that's all in the main deck, huh?
Traps. Yep, and the main deck. Yep.
Gotcha. So let's go on to the next part.
Let's go to the extra deck.
All right.
So
you're gonna be here, aren't you?
Multi-Teacher Glysophil. I don't really go into that much, but it is still useful if I'm playing the grind game. Quick effect, I can detach target one Madolche monster. It cannot be destroyed.
Yeah.
Unaffected by monster effects except its own for that turn.
Okay.
Then we run 2 Tier monsters. This is just good for non-targeted removal of your opponent's stuff.
That is always
Detach,
impactful.
target 2 Madolche cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and if you do, shuffle up to that many cards on your opponent's field into their deck.
I say that always it helps with the deck picking
And
and
we
such.
have the Chocolatl mode. This is the reason why you run the Pudding Cess. If she has the Pudding Cess attached, I can special summon more from the deck by
Gotcha.
detaching. And then the last card for the Xyz, we do have Abyss Dweller. That
Gotcha.
is just good against Orcust. It has some use against Salmon Great as well.
Gotcha. Now, were my eyes deceiving you, or was that another? Was that a third ulti?
That was a gold.
Okay, I was gonna say, geez, man, you got 3 ultis.
For the links,
Don't flex on
I
it.
run 1 fresh to start.
Okay.
Only the 1. She is good for protection and the grind game again.
All right.
Do Boral Sword for ending games.
He's a very underrated card now. Like, I remember this card way too much hype when it came in. Now it's like non-existent, and when it shows up, you're likely to win. From what I noticed.
And then we do run IP Masquerena, Apaloosa, and Verte. Verte, obviously, for that boy right there. This is probably the best extra deck monster
Oh,
in the deck. Other
that
than
card
Verte.
is way too problematic.
Again, the problem with him is this, not this.
True.
The fact that this can summon it
You
guaranteed.
switch decks.
True. It enables it easier.
You could say you could argue Red Ice Fusion is the problem, but it's really not, because if you top deck Red Ice Fusion, if you play that, you can only summon this. That's the only summon you can do for the turn.
That's true. Yeah.
You can set a card, but you cannot normal or special.
You're absolutely right.
Here we have 2 Waking the Dragon targets. We have
Oh.
Naturia Exterio and the Last Warrior from Another Planet. When he hits the field, he pops all of my monsters, but then neither player can summon monsters.
So out of interest though, since Waiting the Dragon is kind of hard to resolve these days, did you manage to actually summon one of these 2?
Not tonight,
Oh,
but
gotcha.
I have 2 tournaments ago I did go to Exterio.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then 2 Super Poly targets. I do have Mud Dragon Swamp, and then a card that I will be removing for something else because I never go into it.
Gotcha. Yeah, we were having a debate scene which one we'd swap out since he says it's not decent enough for me, but I can see how it can work against other decks and Super Poly. It lets you play.
Yep.
Well, that looks like it's all the extra deck, and I see you have a spicy side deck right there.
Beside you,
All right.
we have 3 Nibiru's.
Oh man, I was so scared if you're gonna pop this off me. Okay, there's the third ulti. There's the.
So this will be getting switched out for a 3rd Waking the Dragon.
Gotcha, okay.
Because
So why would
I
you
only
cut it
have
though?
the
'Cause I noticed that Droll is actually very impactful in the meta.
It is, but as you know, my best starter in the deck does not like monsters being in the grave. So I would rather have Imperm over Droll every day.
Absolutely. Okay, I totally see your thought process now. Since hand chats, they have to hit the graveyard.
Next three, I do have Cosmic Cycle. That is just good against decks, say, deck that I probably had the hardest time against, which was Mystic Mine. Especially with the goddamn Goddess card. Sorry. Excuse my language for that one.
It's understandable. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, Missing Mine is always a problematic. I mean, I usually eat that deck for breakfast, but no, I get it. Some decks have outright so many issues with that deck.
We have 3 evenly matched. This card is just always still good, especially going second.
I would say you will make your opponent lose all hope if you just say, you just look at your hand and just say battle phase.
Battle phase, end phase.
Yeah.
Then my tech is 3 Witch's Strike.
I say, I remember you were trying to resolve this against me, but I bricked really bad on game 2. So what does it do?
So, if your opponent negates a normal special summon of a monster or the activation of a card or effect, destroy all cards your opponent controls and in their hand. So it is definitely a good going first card, especially if you say you brick. Even then, if your opponent tries to break your board, they negate anything of yours. You pop Witch's Strike, they lose their turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Unless, of course, they're a graveyard heavy deck, in which case you probably just fed their turn.
I was gonna say sometimes we have those
And then
weird moments.
2 Waken the Dragon, of course. This
You'll cut
will
Droll
be
for.
a 3. So
Actually, yeah, I totally see why Waking the Dragon's a thing, because there's a lot of back rule. Not to mention the Harpy's Feather Duster's now at 1, so people, I think people are screwing around with that card
and
to
we
see
do
how it
have
works.
someone at the locals who does have 3 Lightning Storms.
Yeah, we have multiple of those actually. So shouts to those guys.
And that is it.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for your deck profile. You did an awesome job today at locals, man. I hope you win again the next tournament for next week. Well, that's it, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more dueling content, or because I have some ideas in my head, more deck profiles, perhaps some personally for me, or potentially like or perhaps maybe like more matchups in locals. Like maybe if you guys want to check out the Madolche stuff, click the like button, and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, have a great day or night wherever you guys are. Bye.